Whoa. Wait a second. Let's not start the video here. Wait. Even further. Okay, here. So we can do a quick recap for those who are new to the channel. And that is, my name's Peter, and this is my pup Charles. We're currently on a road trip from Dallas, Texas, and made it all the way up to the Midwest, Michigan to be exact. In the last video, we're on an island near the border of Canada, where we did a cold plunge in Lake Huron, packed up a rooftop tent, and left the island to continue onwards on our road trip, where we did some fishing in Mackinac City, and then accidentally went on an off-roading detour for 2 hours, which we scratched up the FJ pretty badly. From there, we kept driving until we found a decent enough rest stop, where we didn't have any charcoal to use on this public grill, so we improvised and used some firewood that I had left over from camping, and enjoyed our dinner with a nice cold beer, which leads us to the beginning of today's video. We are greeted by another FJ. If you can see, we are in a rest area. I was gonna find a state park and go camping, and I was too lazy to, and I'm kind of glad because if you can tell by the window, it's raining. But this kind of ruins our plans because it was supposed to be clear all week. You know how Mother Nature is. It's very surprising and everything, so. This is our situation right now. Slept in the front seat. Honestly, it's actually not that bad. I'm only 5'8", so I'm not that big of a guy, so I can make it work. We got Charles back here. Anyways, I am not sure what to do today because we're supposed to go mountain biking today. But if it's raining like this, it's not really good to kind of mess up the trails in the rain. So maybe we go to Ohio. Should we go to Ohio? We could go to Ohio. We can go to an indoor place. You know what? I think we're gonna go to Ohio. Let me see. For those who mountain bike, probably knows what I'm talking about. Oh shit, it's in Cleveland. All right, let's take a guess. How long do you think it's gonna take to get there? Ah, it's not bad. It's only 5 hours. Yeah, something crazy like that. Okay, looks like we're going to raise indoor mountain biking. See, isn't this what's great of being on the road by yourself? You make all the plans off the whim. And then it looks like we're gonna stop by somewhere special for lunch and surprise someone. Okay, let's go. But before we get back on the road, I need to clean up the truck, myself, and get Charles some water. After driving for roughly 3 hours, we made it to our first destination of the day, Golden Chopsticks in Westland, Michigan. This restaurant is actually owned by my uncle, and since it was on the way to Ohio, I thought it would be a great idea to surprise him and my aunt. Alright, so we just made it to my uncle's restaurant, but unfortunately, he is not here right now. But we have everyone else here. Say hello. Yeah, I want to surprise him, but it says he's coming soon. A little bit. Right now, we got Ellen whipping up some sushi for us. I think the last time I tried to make sushi here was like 5 years ago, and I did horribly. Usually when I eat sushi, I typically order lots of white tuna and unagi nigiri. For those who are unfamiliar with sushi jargon, nigiri is simply just a single piece of fish placed on rice. But this time I went the untraditional route and got a hurricane roll. In this roll, it has crab, cream cheese, cucumber, and shrimp tempura, topped with the chef's sauce. And also, I got a very basic Philadelphia roll. But as you can see, these portions are huge. But as I ate my sushi and enjoyed my coffee, my uncle ended up surprising me after all, and he spoiled me with even more food. But after catching up for 2 hours and having him meet Charles for the first time, I said my goodbyes to everyone and was sent off with some goodies for Charles, which he seemed to truly enjoy. So now we're gonna go try to find a place where Charlie can go stretch his legs, and yeah. You ready, bud? Oh, he's been ready. That's not a good sign. state park, but then you see those stacks of smokes in the back. Huh. Damn. That's expensive, but no one's here. Did we luck out, Charles? I think we did. This is William C. Sterling State Park. Located in Monroe, Michigan, it is the only state park located on Lake Erie, according to the internet. And if you want some more facts from the internet, this park covers 1,300 acres with mostly man-made lagoons and a beachfront near the mouth of Sandy Creek, wherever that is. But just like most state parks, you can boat, fish, and camp, which this one has 256 campsites, but today we're only interested in the 7-mile trail system so that Charles and I can stretch our legs.
So this is what we're gonna do. I am gonna switch y'all to the GoPro. Purely just gonna hold the GoPro. That will do. Phone, earbuds, keys, and GoPro. Out. We'll see you guys on the GoPro. We're about to go on a small run. Charles is over there, I'm right here. I'm probably overdressed for what this is, but it's pretty windy out. You ready, bud? Unfortunately, I didn't see everybody. All my cousins are working or in school, like normal adults, you know. Yeah, I'm not normal. So next time, I'll tell you guys in advance and we'll actually hang out for the whole weekend, unlike this quick 2 hours pit stop I did. Right now, Charles and I, we need to do our exercise because we've been slacking hardcore on this. So let me find a good podcast to put on. Let's see.
So we set off on this windy afternoon jog where I plan on just doing a quick mile run, which we end up doing a decent mile time, which is just under 8 minutes. Surprisingly.
Now we walk the rest of the trail. There's a nice cool down.
But for the rest of the trail, Charles and I enjoy the beautiful fall colors from nature and the manufactured white clouds in the distance. Just kidding. Personally, after I do any type of workout, I feel like I have the best clarity, and this run got me thinking. It got me thinking how fortunate I was to be in this position I was in, to be halfway across the country, enjoying this trail on this random Wednesday afternoon and sharing it with all of you who are watching. But for the state park, it's actually quite enjoyable for the portion we explored. With all its mature trees, well-paved trails, and easily legible signs, it was a very picturesque park. Again, minus the smokestacks in the backdrop. But hey, it even had this bird viewing area that I struggled to use. But after struggling to use these basic binoculars, Charles and I took a moment to go up to the marsh and enjoy the view before we headed back into the truck to go back on the road.
Boy. Alright, we are back from our jog / hike. Now we are leaving to Ohio. We got roughly 2 hours to get there. Probably take a little bit longer for pit stops and everything. But the park that we're going to closes at 10, so we have more than enough time to enjoy it. Goodbye. Random free state park that we stumbled upon. Well, it wasn't really free, but there was no one there.
Now, I am not going to bore you with a bunch of driving shots, but let's pretend we took this bridge for the next 2 hours. Entering Ohio, passing Toledo, getting some gas of course, and then to finally making it to Ray's Indoor Mountain Biking Park.
Here it is. We have arrived at our sketchy location. So I'm just gonna change into my mountain biking gear and then we'll go ride for the next hour or two. I'm sure they have dressing rooms inside, but I don't feel like taking an extra bag. Great, I forgot my pads. I only have my gloves. So hopefully we don't fall. I'm gonna switch to a GoPro. Looks like a push-up bra. Alright, Charlie's all set. He has water, food, windows are halfway down. Hopefully no one steals anything from my car. And we're good to go.
It was a pretty straightforward process. Just sign a waiver, pay $23 for a fancy paper wristband for the day, and you're good to go. This was my first time at Ray's, let alone my first time ever in an indoor park. So I really didn't know what to expect. Like how it's recommended to pump up your tires to a minimum 60 psi. And for those who are new to mountain biking or have never done it before, the average air pressure for trails ranges from 20 to 25 psi to even 30, depending on your skill level, bike setup, and trail conditions. So I'm glad what was recommended here, because I was going to pump my tires up to 30 psi and call it a day, and oh boy, I would have struggled if I did. Just like how I struggle using this damn air hose. But off camera, I end up borrowing their floor pump, and I was off to ride this hyped up indoor park. Going through the park, I started off with only riding the perimeter to get a feel for the place. Immediately, I was happy that I pumped up my tires because it felt so effortless cruising around. Grinning ear to ear, I was all smiles. The experience of riding felt so surreal because I started to recognize many features that I've seen on YouTube from other riders. Now, I'm a fairly confident rider, but with the combination of this being my first time in an indoor park alone, and seeing riders half my age whizzing through the park on their bikes effortlessly, I have to be honest, it was pretty intimidating. What made this park even more intimidating was the fact that it was a combination of wood and painted concrete features, which I was not used to one bit since all I've ridden up to this point was dirt trails. So almost every time I hit a berm or corner for you non-biking people, I was constantly psyching myself that I was going to slide out, which I did do a few times, but honestly, that's because I hesitated and I didn't commit to the corner. But as time went on, I started to memorize the park and it made it much more enjoyable. Surprisingly though, the riding wasn't even the best part. Okay, yeah, it was the best part. But how about this? The highlight of my experience here was honestly the conversations I had with other riders and watching them in their element. Whether they were alone doing the same section over and over until they got it right, or with a group of friends pushing each other and just having fun, it was a good vibe all around the park and got me excited to one day come back with my group of friends and share this experience with them. But all things must come to an end as I was exhausted and I didn't want to leave Charles alone in the truck for too much longer. So then I did one more run around the pump track. Okay, fine, I did a few more. And then I finally went back to the FJ and was off to find a rest stop to sleep for the night.
This is the unglamorous thing of being on the road. When you get random storms and you get rained out, like that's pretty bad. You can see the water moving and everything. And this is partially why I went to Ray's indoor bike park, because there was a bunch of mountain biking trails in Michigan that I really wanted to go. And I checked the weather before this whole trip. And it was supposed to be clear all week, but a random rainstorm has come through the Midwest. So I wanted to make the most out of this trip, and that's my reason for going and taking that detour. So at least I get some more biking in me, because I haven't been biking in a while. Again, it's worth it, but yeah. And Charlie. Oh, poor Charles. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Man, it's getting really bad. I need to crack this up. Good thing we had these weather techs. Because you get some air coming through without getting rained on. See? Life. But anyways, I'm very excited to finish all this food and then basically sleep and then wake up first thing in the morning and get, wow. My girlfriend would not be happy right now. She hates lightning and she especially hates thunder. It's okay, Charlie. Charlie also doesn't like thunder. My girlfriend and him are usually thunder buddies. So. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
I spent the rest of the night winding down, watching some videos, and enjoying this storm. I may be a minority in this, but personally, I love storms. I find it very calming and soothing. But once the storm died down, I decided to explore the rest stop that I was at, and boy was I surprised. I already knew about the food court and the free Wi-Fi, so there was no surprise there. But when I went to go find the bathroom, I didn't realize how big the place was and the vibe I got was one of an airport, seeing gift shops, lounge area, but out of everything, the most surprising thing was when I saw the word shower. So, I had to check it out. And to my surprise, all the doors were unlocked and the showers worked. So, I'm gonna safely assume it was free for the public use, and best believe I took full advantage of it. But once I was all cleaned up, I went back into the food court so I could catch up with some work.
So even though it is 12:45, I honestly didn't do any computer work today. So I'm gonna take advantage, transfer some files over, and just get some stuff done so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow.
But this is where we're gonna end today's adventure. Hope you enjoyed visiting my family, going on a run, and experiencing Ray's indoor park for the first time with me. I'm going to continue working on my mountains of work that I need to get done, so Charles and I will see you in the morning. Take care.